Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa 2 with me, Phantom Zwei. When we last left off, well, we had the murder of Ibuki and, gosh, what's her name? It's been a long time since I played this game. Yoko? I think it's Yoko, right? Yeah, you're Mikan, you're Akane. Thanks for, the name when I scroll over them. That really helped me out from not looking completely idiotic. I think we finished investigating this area, if I recall correctly. And I think we were going to check out the movie that they had alluded to. I hope. Because that is what I am about to try to do. Yeah, it's been quite some time since I last played. Not the motel, not the Electric Avenue, the movie theater. Here we go. Wizard of Monomi. It's Nagito.
Yeah.
Why, hello there, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. That means you noticed it too, right? The case this time is an imitation case, in which the killer used that movie as their theme. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched that movie yet. I see. Then you really should watch this movie first.
Why?
Hey, manager! A customer's here.
Yes, did you call me? Huh? Hajime's the customer.
Do you have a problem with that?
And you said you didn't want to watch it, but I knew you wanted to see it all along. If that's what Tsundere Hajime looks like, then you're really a tough guy. You were so devoted to being Tsundere, you even bought the Monokuma sticker for $1.5 million.
What? You paid $1.5 million for a sticker? It's nothing.
In exchange for not watching this movie, Hajime paid $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Nagito? Stop it!
But my resistance was in vain, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker.
See? It's this one.
I'm sorry I was poor and stupid. You bought this for $1.5 million?
But in the end, he's still gonna watch the movie.
Who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and give me an invitation ticket.
Okay, here you go. It already says so on the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today at this time. By the way, I can only give away one ticket per person. You only have one chance to watch it for free. I've already stamped today's date onto the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat.
So that's, since they made a point of pointing that out, that's clearly going to be important. Don't worry, I only plan to watch it once.
Then I'll go prepare the projection reel. Please wait a bit, okay?
Hajime, about that invitation ticket, I strongly recommend that you keep that safe. Huh? Why? No reason. Just think of it as a protective charm. Yeah, I figured. Movie's invitation ticket has been added to the Truth Bullet section of the handbook. I guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations. Alright, let's talk, crazy. Hajime, I can't believe you bought that thing. And you paid $1.5 million for it, too. But even you said you should have just settled it with money to get out of seeing that movie. You're right, but that means I would have had to buy that thing, Just leave me alone. Oh, Hajime. Alrighty, oops. That probably isn't what I should have done.
You came all this way not to watch it? Your Tsundere knows no limits. It's just like me to make Hajime so prickly. I might be hiding a past where I was known as a prima donna of the mascot world.
You definitely weren't called that.
It's about time you showed your deadass side, Come on, liven yourself up a little. So, wait for a bit, okay?
I wasn't really paying attention to what I was clicking, and yeah, that's outside. Okay. Let's look at the, goods counter. Well, I can't. There it is. That reminds me. That item should be on top of the counter. This one looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monomi's face on it.
Ah, did that catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote bag, useful for a variety of common tasks. It's a limited item. Only one person can have it.
If the tote bag is gone, that means...
Whoa there, were you interested in buying that tote bag? Well, that's just too bad. It's already sold out.
Who'd you sell it to?
Stupid, there's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that'd reveal who the killer is.
So the killer bought it. I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right?
It's not limited to one. It's more like it's limited to one person.
What's the difference?
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes.
For some reason, hearing you say that pisses me off. Okay, got another truth bullet. It was a terrible idea of me to take such a long time between, like different segments of this case, because when the trial comes up, I'm gonna be so lost. It's gonna be really bad. Okay, Monokuma's account's been added.
Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue. Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away. This is exciting. Exciting!
Alrighty, well, let's go see this movie, eh?
I apologize for keeping you waiting. World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D will be screening shortly.
From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this. 2.5D? That sounds so half-assed. The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D.
出生率より死亡率が多い老人ばかりが住むど田舎に生まれたモノクマは、ある日軍事演習中の攻撃ヘリコプター AH-64 通称アパッチの作る竜巻に巻き込まれてしまい、
Great!
物見の国に飛ばされてしまいました。故郷のど田舎に帰って老人たちから事あるごとに小銭をせびりたいモノクマは、何でも願いを叶えてくれるという魔法使い物見に会いに行く旅を始めました。その道中で彼は心強い仲間たちと出会うことになります。脳みそがない物見かかしと出会ったので自殺を勧めたところ、首をつって死にました。
Okay.
途中で勇気のない物見ライオンと出会ったので弓矢で貼り付けにしておきました。
So they're saying that the copycat crime was the, was that? With Boogies, rather, I guess I should say. She suggested that she hung herself and died. And of course we know with the, I don't even remember what the illness, quote-unquote, whether it was or wasn't, but that everyone had, but, hers was that she would basically follow any suggestion, so someone could have just said, hey, you should hang yourself and die, and she probably would have done it, so, yeah. Hunter full of arrows, alright.
途中で心のない無力の物見木こりと出会ったのでバラバラの鉄の塊にしてやりました。
Totally reasonable.
そしていろいろあった挙句、魔法使い物見のもとにたどり着いたモノクマはなんやかんやで最終的に物見をやっつけて、
This is so good.
最終的になんとなく 彼女が支配していた王国を乗っ取りました。
Yay, Monokuma!
こうしてモノクマは老人たちを下僕にしてかき集めた年金で優雅に過ごしましたとさ。
Applause, please.
めでたしめでたし。
That was strange, but I guess I kind of expected that.
Man, movies are the best. That drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues. One for each head. Now then, let's meet again at the class trial.
I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe this situation. Fantastic. Well, Nagito, how was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie? But thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like you said, the characters who were killed in the movie matched the victims in this case. Yeah, and that's the hemp bag over her head. Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. But Monokuma mentioned to buy one get one free, so there could be another hemp bag. Gotta keep that in mind, too. Not just that, but Hiyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death, too. Would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people. It seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now. Or, if the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. Wizard of Monomi has been added to the truth bullets? Alright, let's talk to him one more time. After watching the movie, you get it now, right? That the case this time is an imitation murder. Just like he said, the characters who were killed... Yeah, okay, we heard this. Yes, we just heard this. Okay. So now we are heading out. And from here, I believe our next stop is the hospital. Because we know that Mikan here, we know Ibuki was here. Of course, Hiyoko was not here. But yeah, definitely has some kind of clue lurking around here, I'd expect. I feel like I haven't been here in a while, even though it's only really been a few days. Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right? Yeah, so? I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. Did you get this from that shady-looking alley where those machines were lined up? Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then, if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too? No, that's impossible. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as part of the same unit. The video that was filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed in the music venue with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor. But if I left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue, and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it. However, I didn't just swap the cameras. I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. Okay, so basically, we can rule out the idea that what we initially were seeing, with someone walking up on the stepladder before we ran in and saw Ibuki hanged and all that. That was definitely at the music video. That's what I basically got from that whole diatribe. That's just outside. Let's just go to the hallway. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here. Oh, I'm wrong. Well, let's look at the camera. I guess that does make a lot of sense considering we just talked about it for like 5 minutes, huh? There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue's surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this. Hey, Hajime, there's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera? Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions. Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now. Excuse me. Everything looks normal-ish, right? Like, again, it's been too long for me to remember the details, unfortunately, of, like, the stepladder and stuff, but... Anyway. But the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was rope hanging from the ceiling. Beneath that, there was a stepladder on the floor. Right away. A person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered. Now I know that it must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder, and without any hesitation, she climbed that stepladder of her own free will. Then she grabbed that rope. And that's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something, because the screen went dark all of a sudden, and it wasn't displaying anything anymore. Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions, so things can still show up even in the dark. But the one I got from the Machine Alley was a really old model. Hold on! At the time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the hemp bag was Ibuki, right? Yeah. You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself. So you rushed over to the music venue to try to stop her. But I didn't make it in time. Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean that she's her own killer? Ibuki committed suicide? What do you think, Chiaki? Well, even if she did, she was suffering from that illness, which... it's called the despair disease, maybe? I think that's what it was. Anyway. She was suffering from that, so whoever told her to hang herself is technically the killer, right? Which is probably what Chiaki... Oh, my bad. It's probably also what Chiaki thinks. There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right? Yeah, there's no doubt. If so... Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't know. There's no way we'd be able to figure it out that easily. I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. She said the conference room, but why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might just be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? That she did. Okay. Originally, it's around... Okay. Yeah, okay. We went through all of this already, so... We're gonna go back here into the creepy-ass hallway. Asakane. I'm finally getting back to my normal self. Hajime, help me out with my recovery. You can touch my boobs if you win. No thanks. She was bearable when she was quiet. It'd be so much better if she was still feeling the after effects. Yeah, that's a nice thing to say. She'd beat me up if I said that out loud. Anyway, why are you here? Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you plan to wear hospital gowns from now on. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. It looked like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. There weren't any gowns?
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. If I have no choice, then I should just use Nagito's. It's a unisex size, so I'll probably be able to fit into it. Hold on, what happened to the gown you were wearing? Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross! Wearing clothes someone else was wearing is even grosser. No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikan back in the music venue. Crap, I gotta go back soon. Well, it's okay since I already investigated the music venue. But leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea. Okay, let's check out all the patient rooms. Let's open a room, there shouldn't be anybody inside. I should look somewhere else. Okay, if you say so, Hajime. Alrighty. How about this one? Apparently, we're just not worried about any of the patient rooms. Even though this is, like, where Ibuki and everybody was. Apparently, we're just not worried about it. You say so, game. Upstairs we go. This is where Mikan fell asleep and stuff, right? I remember that she was also acting very strange. Conference room. This is the staff room. Is that where she was? Wait, let's check out here first, because we know Chiaki is in the conference room. This isn't a room for patients. It looks more like an on-call room for the hospital staff. Yeah, this is where Mikan fell asleep. But all this cluttered medical equipment makes it look like a storage room. If this is the only on-call room, working at a hospital must be tough work. So, if a room like this exists, that means there used to be people here, right? Seriously, what the heck is going on with this island? Okay. Medical equipment and nursing tools. There's a lot of other medical stuff here, too. The room looks like it was only used to store equipment. There's nothing in particular that catches my eye. Alright. Just the bed. There's a bed. It resembles the ones in the patient rooms, but these are probably for breaks. Now's not the time to rest. I should go back to investigating. Okay. In that case, let's go find Chiaki. Presumably in the conference room. What's this? It's pitch black. I can't see anything. Where's the switch? Don't turn it on. Huh? Chiaki, you there? If you turn on the light, it's gonna be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing. What's fully exposed? Hey, Hajime. If you poke out your eyes, you can turn on the light. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poke them out? I'm not gonna poke out my eyes. Bummer. Wow, that was pretty mean, Chiaki. Troll fail. No sooner did she finish saying that, I heard the dry sound of curtains being drawn. There was a flash of intense light. It stung my eyes a little. I squinted my eyes until they started adjusting to the light. And I saw Chiaki had finished opening the curtain that was covering the window. Were you surprised? Surprised? I don't get it. I got it. Got what? The curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out light. There's a projector in here, so they were probably careful about light shining through. See? Black curtain that blocks light. And it's also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect. A black curtain, huh? Which, of course, makes me think instantly of the music venue and its black curtain. But from what Kazuichi was saying, right? They couldn't have broadcasted from here, right? Or I'm probably missing something. There's no way that black curtain is just happenstance. A black, light-blocking curtain. That's why it was so dark. So, is something wrong with it? Still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret. Yep, she's upset. But still, what was that all about? That bit about it being embarrassing if I look and troll fail. I just wanted to mess with you. Yep, she's definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? I guess I'm done investigating the hospital. I should move on to a different place. So next, the motel, right, is kind of the only place that I can really think of. So this was a light blocking curtain. That's why it was so pitch black. Chiaki, anything new to say? Hey, did I do something to make you angry?
違うよ。
I'm not angry, I think. Well, are you or aren't you? If you're not angry, you wouldn't have done something so weird. Yeah, I'm already over what happened earlier, so you don't have to worry about it.
と思うよ。
I think. She teasing me? Okay, Chiaki. You have fun in here. I'm gonna go to the motel. Down we go. Past the creepy hallway, into the lobby, and then back outside. Yeah, there's a lot of disjointed clues here, but I'm not really putting them together. I'm not sure how much of that is just because, you know, again, I've forgotten a lot, and how much is just like, I don't know what happened. I just passed the motel, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay. I just remembered, I never went inside any of the rooms in the motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hiyoko's room is. It might be faster to just ask someone. You're here, right? Come on out. Huh? Are you talking to me? I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that? I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Hey, which room was Hiyoko staying in? Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents and teachers? And then we have Fuyuhiko. Hey Hajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the baton lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made. That's why I went to get you guys. I met up with Chiaki at this motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue,
なるほどな。
we met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason.
そうか。
So we had no choice but to break down the door, and discovered Hiyoko's body was suddenly there too. Yeah, that's what happened.
あのな。
This is the most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Chiaki? As I recall... Didn't you hear me? A body was found!
Body! Yeah!
Could it be? Do you intend to spread lies like Nagito in order to confuse us all? Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundam and Monami.
そうか。
I see. So Kazuichi and Sonya didn't appear, huh? Do you think those two are suspicious?
つーか。
Well, Hiyoko was killed. Between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? So obviously those two are the most suspicious, since they weren't with us. That might be it, but
俺は。
while we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what was going on, and she said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh?
まあな。
While we were circling the island, we came to the motel. Saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else when you circled the island?
いや。
No, we went to the movie theater and that street full of machines to look for Ibuki. Didn't see anyone. Are you implying that I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mikan and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hiyoko and wrapped her around that pillar with duct tape. It's true. I don't feel like there was enough time to do that after I left the music venue. But the fact is, Hiyoko was killed, and we did discover her body.
Huh?
What, do you still doubt me?
たくよ。
Well, I'm used to it. It's true I've done a lot of things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry. Even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. I'd want to know in advance what I'd have to do to end up like that. Okay, so we got a truth bullet of Fuyuhiko's account. Probably want to go over that again before the trial. The center door, right? Yeah. And I guess these don't count because apparently that's the center door. It's an odd meaning of center, but hey. Looks like it's locked, but the key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this. It opened. Just as I thought. This was the key to Hiyoko's room. Alright, I should go inside. So, Hiyoko was staying here. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted.
あらら
Huh? Did the door open? Yeah. Hiyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it.
と
I see. What, did something happen? No, it is just... I'm starting to believe it might be my fault. Her fault? What does she mean?
あ
The moment Hiyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid... she was afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right?
のですが
However, her fear of the disease was not the only reason that she locked herself in her room. She had another reason. Besides that disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in her room?
きっと
Her kimono. Her kimono?
あの
Yesterday I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be a good idea for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence, it was not locked at the time. By coincidence, huh? And then, I saw it.
えっと
Yoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. That's right, she can't tie it herself. And, oh gosh, what's the name of the girl from the last case? Ah! That's what I get, man. But anyway, she was the one who kept helping her with that previously. And I can't remember her name. Oh well. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she couldn't tie her sash anymore. Mahiru, that's her name. Mahiru is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono, huh?
確かに
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her.
えっと
Yoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiru. That Mahiru kindly taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
きっと
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiru taught her.
私は
I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did you say?
西園寺さんもしかして着付けでお困りなのですか
バカ何言ってんのさできるに決まってんじゃんだって小泉お姉に教えてもらったんだもんだからもう一人でもできるんだもん
でしたら鏡のある場所でやってみたらいかがですかほらライブハウスの倉庫に大きな鏡がありましたよね大きな鏡を見ながらやればきっとうまくいくはずですよそれにあまりお部屋にこもっているのもお体によくありませんし
And that is when she kicked me out.
まさか
Could it be Yoko remembered that? Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hiyoko locked her room and made sure she put the room key inside her kimono. Can't imagine that she was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident? Or was someone listening in on your conversation? I never told this to anyone, and I do not believe anyone was listening in on our conversation. Nobody knew? If that's the case, how did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? Something's wrong. That's perplexing. Let's look at the sink. There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. What the hell is that on the toilet? There's no way anyone can use this. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. There's no sign that someone made a mess of her room. I don't think she was forcefully abducted. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clue. Oh well. What is that on the toilet? It's like some kind of weird doll.
Yahoo! 元気してた？モノクマだよ。いい感じ。学級裁判が始まるんだよ。だからまたモノクマロックの前までなるはやで集まってね。ぷぷぷぷ。じゃあまた後でね。
It's already time. So this again. I need to go to that place. Again. But now is not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hiyoko became victims. In order to find the truth. The only thing I can do is go. Alright. So we're going... Yeah, okay, Monokuma Rock. There we go. Alright, so we will enter the beginning... Well, we'll enter the transition between a trial. And that's where I'm going to call into this episode, so... Go for a couple more minutes here. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock. Soon enough.
Is everybody here? My throat. Is everybody here? You guys want to go to the class trial?
Hey, jerk, hold it right there!
What? Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short of a few brain cells.
My brain works just fine. Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru?
I see. So you come to avenge him.
Avenge? That sounds like he died.
Sounds like you say. Oops. Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent. Now then, I gotta go first.
Huh, I was sure Nekomaru was gonna show up during the beginning of the trial, but... I guess not. Hey, did you hear what he just said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru is dead. He's just trying to piss us off. Of course he's not dead. There's no way, not in a million years. More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die. Why are you so excited about that? Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail. What are you saying, fiend? We'll find out soon enough. And let's go. Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's talk to everybody. It's about time I showed my serious side. Jeez, how troublesome. But I suppose I can display my true power for the sake of our two fallen comrades. Hey, what did Monokuma mean just now? Don't tell me Nekomaru's already... Don't get distracted by Monokuma. We need to focus on the class trial right now. I know, but... Kane... Hey, what are you whining about? Hurry up and get this over with already. And then we can greet Coach Nekomaru with open arms when he comes back. Let's see what... all Nagito has to say? Just as I thought. This particular incident. Oops, we can continue this later. Right, Hajime? What's wrong with him? He's even creepier than usual. Alright, Fuyuhiko.
たくよ。
I already figured this, but it's best if we don't rely on Monami all that much. She's just saying stupid things, and it'll make us even more confused. Maybe we should just shut her up for good? Chiaki?
ね
Let's go. There's no time to waste. I know it's sad, but we need to move forward. And then, we need to end this once and for all.
え私は
Yoko. Must be my fault after all.
ですね
Then, I must learn the truth behind this murder, most foul. Now then, let us proceed. And Mikan. No, I haven't been helpful at all. I couldn't even figure out an estimated time of death. I'm sorry I'm such a useless piece of trash. Wow. Alrighty, Monokuma rock.
I wanna rock! Yeah!
We stepped onto the escalator and ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes kept getting smaller and smaller. I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock, the elevator began its steep descent, as usual. Nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. Only 10 of us left with Nekomaru. 9 without. That is right? Yeah. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. And I walked into that place.
My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats.
Well, 2 people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either. Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
Why bother?
What?
Now then, let's begin. It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content.
One thing that we have to keep in mind is we don't know if Nekomaru is alive or dead, but, and I think I've mentioned this before, he's not, we can't not consider him a suspect just because he's not here. He could be alive, and if he was being affected by the despair disease, he could easily have, been the killer. As for, how, why, I have no idea, but just something to keep in mind. And so, the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Yoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know that she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those two is among us. I definitely can't believe it. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friend's sake. For Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake. And so, The curtain to the third-class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Alright guys, and that is going to do it for today's episode. As always, thank you very much for watching. Hope you're still enjoying it, and we'll see you all next time.